Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason.
And I'm your co-host, Julia. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today's episode is going to be a really exciting and helpful one, especially if you've ever said, I understand English, but I can't speak it well.
Yes, so many English learners feel stuck when they try to speak. Maybe your brain knows the words, but your mouth doesn't work the way you want it to.
Exactly. That's why today's topic is how to train your mouth and mind for English. We'll talk about how to think in English and how to speak clearly and confidently.
It's not just about grammar or big vocabulary. It's about training your brain to think fast in English and your mouth to move correctly for English sounds.
We'll share simple exercises, fun tips, and even real-life examples to help you practice both your mouth and mind every single day.
Whether you're just starting to speak or want to sound more natural, this episode will give you the tools to move forward.
So, grab your notebook, relax, and let's start learning how to train your mouth and mind for English fluency. All right, let's start with something really important, understanding the problem. Why is it so hard for many learners to speak English fluently, even after studying it for years?
Good question, Jason. I think a lot of people feel frustrated because they understand English when they read or listen, but when they try to speak, they freeze.
Right. It's like their mind goes blank, or the words just don't come out smoothly. And that can feel really discouraging.
One big reason is this: your brain and your mouth are not trained together. Many learners focus on learning words and grammar, but they don't practice saying the words out loud. So their mind knows the language, but their mouth is not ready to speak it.
That's true. Learning a language is not just mental, it's physical too. Your mouth, lips, and tongue need to get used to the shapes and sounds of English.
Exactly. Think of it like learning a sport. If you read a book about swimming, that's great. But if you never get in the water, can you really swim?
Ha ha ha! Great example! Same with English. Reading and listening are helpful, but speaking is a different skill. It needs practice just like muscle training.
Another problem is thinking in your native language while speaking English. This causes delays. You translate in your head first and then try to speak. That makes your speech slow and sometimes incorrect.
Yes, and translation takes time. Plus, it can make sentences sound unnatural. The goal is to train your mind to think directly in English.
And here's something else. Many learners feel shy or scared of making mistakes, so they stay quiet and don't get the speaking practice they need.
But the truth is, making mistakes is a good thing. It means you're learning and using the language. No one becomes fluent without a few mistakes.
Exactly. Every mistake is a chance to improve, so don't be afraid to speak. Even talking to yourself in English is great practice.
So to sum it up, 1. Learners struggle because their mind and mouth are not trained together. 2. Thinking in their native language slows down their English speaking. 3. Fear of mistakes stops them from practicing.
And the good news? All of these problems can be fixed with simple daily practice, and that's what we'll talk about next.
That's right. In the next part, we'll show you how to train your mind to think in English. Stay with us. It's about to get practical. Welcome back. Now that we understand the problem, let's talk about how to train your mind to think in English.
This is one of the most important steps to becoming a fluent speaker. If you can think in English, your speaking becomes much faster and more natural.
That's right. But many learners ask, how can I think in English when my brain is used to my native language?
It's a process, but it starts with small steps. The good news is you don't have to be perfect. You just have to practice daily.
So let's give our listeners a few simple things they can do every day. Here's the first one. Start naming things around you in English.
Yes, if you see a chair, say chair in your mind. If you're walking outside and see a tree, say tree. You can even build small sentences. The tree is tall. The chair is brown.
It's like teaching your brain to connect what you see directly with English words, no translation.
Exactly, and here's another tip: use English in your inner voice. You know that little voice in your head that talks to you all day?
Ha ha! We all have that voice. If you're thinking, I'm hungry, or I need to finish my homework, try to say those thoughts in English.
Right. Just say it in your mind. I am hungry. I need to go now. I will watch a movie. You don't have to say it out loud, but this helps train your brain to make English your first response.
And here's another powerful exercise: talk to yourself in English. You can do it when you're alone. Try describing what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting ready for class.
Yes, I do that sometimes even in the mirror. It feels silly at first, but it really helps build confidence and thinking speed.
Another idea: keep a simple English journal. Every evening, write 2 or 3 sentences about your day in English.
It doesn't have to be perfect, just simple sentences like, "Today was a good day. I studied English for 20 minutes. I talked with my friend."
Doing this daily tells your brain, hey, English is part of my life now.
And slowly, your mind will stop needing to translate. You'll begin to feel the language, and that's a big step toward fluency.
One last tip: watch or listen to English content with the goal of thinking along with it. For example, when you hear someone say, I'm going to the store, you say it in your mind at the same time.
Yes, this is called shadowing, and it helps train both your mind and ears. We'll talk more about that in the speaking section.
So, let's review. To train your mind to think in English. 1. Name things around you in English. 2. Use your inner voice in English. 3. Talk to yourself about daily activities. 4. Keep a simple English journal. 5. Shadow native speakers.
And most of all, don't worry about being perfect. The goal is progress, not perfection.
Exactly. Now that your mind is getting stronger in English, let's talk about the other half: training your mouth to speak clearly and confidently. That's coming up next. Welcome back, everyone. So far, we've talked about training your mind to think in English. Now, it's time to focus on training your mouth, because fluency is not just mental, it's physical too.
That's right. Your mouth needs practice to get comfortable with English sounds, just like your hands need practice to play the piano or write neatly.
Exactly. English has sounds that don't exist in many other languages. So at first your mouth may feel tired, slow, or even confused when you speak.
And that's completely normal. But with practice, your lips, tongue, and jaw will learn how to move in the right way. It's like building muscle memory.
So let's give our listeners some powerful ways to train their mouths to speak English clearly.
The first technique is shadowing. This means you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say at the same time, like an echo.
You can use videos, podcasts, or even movie clips. Start with short sentences. Listen and repeat right away. Try to match the speed, tone, and rhythm.
For example, if the speaker says, "I'm going to the store," you say it with them, "I'm going to the store." This helps you sound more natural over time.
Exactly. And don't worry if you can't do it perfectly at first. The goal is to get your mouth used to real English sounds.
The second method is mouth exercises and pronunciation drills. Try practicing difficult sounds in front of a mirror.
Yes. For example, the th sound in think or this can be tricky. You can look in the mirror and make sure your tongue is between your teeth like this. Think. This.
Or try saying minimal pairs words that sound similar but are different, like ship and sheep, bit and beat.
Another great tip is reading out loud. Just take any English book or article and read slowly and clearly.
When you read aloud, your brain and mouth work together. It improves your pronunciation and builds your confidence.
Also, try recording your voice. Choose a short paragraph, read it out loud, and then listen to the recording.
You might feel shy at first, but it's a great way to hear how you really sound. You can find your weak points and improve them.
And here's a fun one: sing in English. Pick your favorite English song and sing along. It helps you practice rhythm and pronunciation in a fun way.
Singing also improves your breathing, stress control, and mouth movement, and you'll enjoy it more than grammar drills.
So to review, here are 5 ways to train your mouth to speak clearly in English. 1. Shadow native speakers. 2. Practice mouth and tongue exercises. 3. Read English out loud. 4. Record and listen to yourself. 5. Sing English songs.
And remember, the more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Fluency is built through repetition, just like learning to ride a bike.
So don't be afraid to open your mouth and practice. Your muscles will get stronger, and your English will sound better and better.
Coming up next, we'll share some easy daily exercises you can do to train both your mind and mouth, even if you only have 10 minutes a day.
Stay with us. All right, welcome back. So far, we've learned how to train your mind to think in English and how to train your mouth to speak clearly.
Now, let's put it all together. In this part, we'll give you a simple daily routine, something you can follow every day to train both your mind and mouth.
And the best part? You can do this in just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Let's break it down step by step.
Start your day with some mental English practice. For 2 minutes, look around and name everything you see in English.
For example, this is my phone. I'm brushing my teeth. It's a sunny day.
Even simple thoughts like I'm tired or I need breakfast, say them in English in your mind.
It's a small habit, but it makes a big difference over time.
Next, spend 3 minutes talking out loud. You can describe what you're doing, what you see, or what you plan to do today.
Like this, I'm getting ready for school. I will study English later. I feel excited about today.
Don't worry about grammar, just speak. This is to wake up your mouth and build confidence.
Now, open a short English video, podcast, or conversation clip, something that lasts 1 to 2 minutes. Listen and repeat with it.
Try to copy the way the speaker talks, match their speed, tone, and pronunciation. This is called shadowing.
Even if you don't understand every word, just try to repeat what you hear. It's great for your listening and speaking muscles.
Last step, record yourself. Take a short topic and speak about it for 1 or 2 minutes.
It could be your daily routine, your plans, or your opinion on something simple.
Then listen to your recording. Ask yourself, was I clear? Did I speak too fast or too slow? Can I improve this?
Let's recap your daily routine. 1. Think in English. 2 minutes. 2. Speak aloud, 3 minutes. 3. Listen and shadow, 4 minutes. Record yourself, 2 to 3 minutes.
Even if you only have 10 minutes, this simple routine will help your mind and mouth grow stronger in English every single day.
And with consistency, you'll be amazed at your progress in just a few weeks.
Coming up next, we'll talk about common mistakes learners make when training and how to avoid them.
Don't miss it. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about routines, thinking, speaking, and common habits for daily practice. But let's be honest, learning English doesn't always have to be serious, right?
Exactly. If learning feels like a chore, you'll give up quickly. But if it's fun, you'll keep going. That's why this part is all about fun ways to train your mind and mouth.
Let's start with something that always puts people in a good mood. English songs.
Songs are perfect for training both listening and speaking. When you sing, you improve your rhythm, tone, and pronunciation.
And you don't even need to understand every word. Just singing along helps your mouth get used to English sounds.
Try slow songs first, like Imagine by John Lennon or Let It Be by the Beatles. The words are simple and clear.
You can search for the lyrics online, read them as you listen, and then sing along. Repeat it every day. Soon you'll sing like a native.
Another fun way to train is by playing language games, and yes, they work even for adults.
One great game is 20 questions. Think of an object, and your partner asks yes or no questions to guess what it is. It's great for practicing vocabulary and sentence structure.
Or try word chain games like you say a word, and I say a word that starts with the last letter of your word, like apple, elephant, tiger, rabbit.
Exactly. It makes your brain move fast in English.
You can even use apps like Duolingo, WordWall, or Quizlet to make learning feel like a game.
Now, here's one of my favorite methods: role play. This is when you pretend to be in a real-life situation and speak English like you're actually there.
For example, pretend you're at a restaurant. You say, "Hello, I'd like a coffee, please." Then switch roles. Be the waiter and answer, "Sure. Would you like sugar or milk?"
You can practice role play alone or with a friend. And you can do everyday situations like shopping, calling someone, or going to the doctor.
Even if you're alone, just look in the mirror and act it out. The more you play, the more confident you become.
So let's recap. Here are 3 fun ways to train your mouth and mind in English. 1. Sing English songs. 2. Play word and speaking games. 3. Use role play to act out real conversations.
These methods don't feel like studying, they feel like playing. And that's the secret to building your skills without getting bored.
Coming up next, let's wrap things up with some final tips and motivation to keep going strong on your English journey.
Stay with us, you're doing great.
Welcome back. Before we finish, we want to share a few real-life examples from English learners, just like you, people who trained their mouth and mind with simple methods and made real progress.
That's right, these are not native speakers. These are people who started at the beginner level and improved by staying consistent and creative.
Fatima from Morocco told us she used to be afraid to speak, but she started a daily habit of talking to herself in the mirror for 5 minutes each day.
After 1 month, she noticed a big change. She said, "I stopped translating in my head. I just started speaking naturally. Simple, but powerful." Ravi from India shared a great tip. He watches cartoons in English like Peppa Pig and Dora the Explorer.
Why cartoons? Because they use simple, clear sentences. Ravi said, "It helped me understand fast English and repeat the words easily."
And Lynn from Vietnam uses voice recordings. She records her English speaking every Sunday and listens to herself.
She told us, "At first, I was shy to hear my voice, but now I can hear my improvement every week."
These learners didn't have expensive teachers or perfect English. What they had was daily practice, creative methods, and confidence.
So don't wait for the perfect time or perfect plan. Start with small, daily steps. You'll be surprised how far you can go.
Coming up next is our final section, a quick wrap-up and some encouragement to keep you inspired.
Before we end today's episode, let's talk about something important: common mistakes that many learners make when training their mouth and mind for English.
Yes, these mistakes slow down your progress, but the good news is, once you know them, you can avoid them easily. Mistake 1. Always translating in your head.
Number 1, translating everything from your native language to English in your mind. This creates delay and confusion.
Try to think directly in English, even with simple words like, "I'm hungry" or "Where is the book?" Start small and grow naturally. Mistake 2. only learning grammar. Mistake number 2, focusing only on grammar rules but not practicing speaking.
Grammar is helpful, but fluency comes from using the language. Speak more. Even if you make mistakes, that's how you learn. Mistake 3. Being afraid of mistakes.
And finally, being afraid to make mistakes. This fear blocks your mouth and your mind.
Remember, even native speakers make mistakes. So don't be shy, be bold, and keep trying.
So to sum it up, don't translate everything, don't just study grammar speak, and don't fear mistakes. Learn from them.
Exactly. Now, let's finish strong with our final thoughts and some encouragement to keep going. Before we go, remember this training, Your Mouth and Mind for English, is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent, courageous, and curious.
Even if you speak slowly, even if you forget words, you are still learning. Every word you try, every sentence you speak, is one step forward.
So don't give up. Keep thinking in English. Keep speaking out loud. Make it fun. Make it part of your life. And trust the process.
And one day you'll look back and say, wow, I did it. And you will because you started today.
Thanks for joining us on the English Learning Podcast. Until next time, keep practicing, keep smiling,